What's going on, everyone? Hayden here, coming back at you with a brand new video. And in this one, I'm gonna be talking about how to increase your store's conversion. Now, I know a lot of people talk about, oh, do this and that with the colors and the homepage. I'm focusing on one specific topic because it deserves a full video. How to use your product pages to the most effective way possible. When you launch an ad, whether it's an Instagram shout out, Facebook ad, I don't care if you're using Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube, whatever, you're sending that person to a product page, not necessarily the homepage of your website. So what does that mean for you? That means that needs to be the most effective point. That needs to look the best, capture their attention, because at that point, think about it logically. They're on your website, right? They're on their phone, they're on your website. They have left whatever platform they were already on. They were entertaining, they were being entertained, scrolling through Instagram, looking at really stupid posts or whatever, and they leave that platform for you. You've captured their attention and got them and hooked them enough for them to take that action. So now you have to continue that. It's a strong move. They're already invested. They've invested time and clicking and going over to your site. To leave that to somewhere that's not trusted, they don't know you. So you need to make sure that product page is on point. And as I'm gonna outline in this video, there's a couple key things you can do to help maximize your conversions when they're landing on this product page. So without further ado, let's jump inside of my computer, and I got some live examples and a couple things that I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so increasing the conversions, we got a hack, whatever you wanna call it, clickbait, yeah, product page. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of a little messy. I have a good amount of tabs open. I did actually just open a new Shopify store simply for the purpose of this video. We're gonna use fidget spinners, the classic fidget spinner, as an example, just because it doesn't really matter. Take this structure and what I'm explaining and just plug in your product. It's the same exact thing. So, first thing, this is something I'm really starting to do and just take like to heart. It's kind of, it's a part of my process. I do this with every single product if I can, because some you can't. You're gonna see why here in a second. But using a video. So a lot of people are doing video ads, right? That's cool. I do that as well. It can convert. But on the product page itself. And I don't mean, when you go to your Shopify store, actually we don't even have the store built, so I don't know if it'll let us really view too much. Let me just load this in here. Like, I don't mean right up here a video plays, okay? Fidget spinner, I don't mean that. I mean in the product description, put in a video. I'm gonna explain where and how to structure it. But what that does for me is you're telling a story inside of the actual description. So someone, like I explained, has already left whatever website, they've seen your ad. So from your ad, they see the picture. That's stage one. You need to hook them enough to then read the caption, the description for that. That's stage two, more information, hook them even more, enough for them to leave the platform. Now you need to really explain it and show them how it would work, how it would be applicable in their life, and why they need it, and why they need it right now. So there's a lot of different stuff that goes into this, but using a video in the description, I'm gonna show you how to insert it and find a video and do all of that here in a second, but that's gonna help you so much with increasing your conversions. Just having that live moving example really helps people, in my opinion, just see how it'd be applicable to their life. They wanna see the product in use, I can imagine myself doing that for a fidget spinner. Let me waste time. No, I'm just kidding. Let them focus, whatever all the different, things are for your product. So as for finding a video, there's a few things I wanna just mention because I've gotten burned. You can use, as to my knowledge, I'm not a lawyer or whatever legal person, clearly, because I don't even think it's a lawyer. Anyways, you can use anything, any video you want from any platform, off of Facebook, off of a direct Facebook ad, off of an Instagram account. You can download it, take it off YouTube, Vimeo, doesn't matter, for the product description. Now, if you're gonna take, and I've made this mistake, I'll tell you a little story. If you're gonna take someone's direct ad off of Facebook, they're running a video ad on Facebook, and you download it from that Facebook ad and try to run it on a Facebook ad, you will get your ad account disabled. I guarantee it. I had 3 ad accounts completely deleted and terminated within 24 hours. 24 hours, because I took someone's exact ad. You can't do that. What I learned, because I was trying to figure out why, so thankfully I had backup accounts, but I kept running more and more using the same ad. I'm like, what's the issue? What is the issue here? And the issue was I was using someone else's stuff. So if you want to use that, to my knowledge, again, I don't know 100%, you have to download it from their ad and change it slightly. Make it shorter, make it longer, add on to it, edit it, change it in some way so their algorithm doesn't recognize it. But for the description on your Shopify store itself, down here in the product, you're gonna wanna add in a video. You can take it from wherever you want. So if we jump over to Google, I've searched up fidget spinner. Again, you would just plug in whatever your product is, okay? So that could be, I don't know, a soccer ball pump. You're pumping up a soccer ball and doing your thing. So find a promotional video. I really like to have something be anywhere from like 20 seconds to a minute, maybe 2 minutes max. People don't have that much of an attention span, especially since it's not like a focal piece. It's just this video, the goal of it is to show them how it would be used and just give them a moving, it's like a GIF or whatever, however it's called. Something that moves, entertain them. you know, hook them even more, but it's not a focal point of the ad and of the process, if that makes sense. So find something, you know, you could just take this if you want, it really doesn't matter. And then from there, you can also look up YouTube video downloader. A lot of these are sketchy or whatever. You can just use, I've used Online Video Converter and this Save from Net. Hopefully you don't get a virus or whatever, but download that, download the video, and then you can put it inside of your Shopify store's description. It's very similar, actually it's pretty much the same thing as adding in the picture for the secure checkout badge. So this is also gonna be something that helps increase your conversions. You're gonna wanna put the secure checkout badge at the very bottom, the last line, the last thing under any words and videos, the very last thing. I personally use this one, you know, people use all sorts of different ones. You can put that at the very bottom of your description. But how you insert that is by, well first, I mean, you don't have to, but you can click where you want it to go, or you can just drag it wherever it inserts, but hit insert image. So that's how you're gonna be inserting any sort of image you want if you want more pictures in there. Personally, the only picture I actually do is the secure checkout badge, but it's basically the same thing. So to insert the video, you're gonna go insert video. Duh. Well, it's right there to the right. A lot of people don't really know you can even do that. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about kind of where you would wanna do that. So for the actual description, there's different ways people structure it. You know, my main products, because I'm only marketing a few key products on the website, not necessarily driving traffic to every single one. So I'm focusing on making the best possible description for like 1 to 3 products. That's gonna be a little bit longer, a little bit more perfect, more in-depth, whatever you wanna call it. The others are gonna be lacking a little bit, because you don't need to spend the time on that if you're not marketing. So I like to have some sort of hook at the top. So I would go up here and I would write something. Literally, it doesn't matter what it is. You could put this in a color. I would also do it in bold, because as you see here, I'm actually gonna show you a little trick on getting descriptions. I straight up copy pasted this. I would go through and edit it a little bit, but I took it from a fidget spinner on Amazon. It's a really, really good idea to go around and look at other descriptions, get ideas. And the way I really like this one specifically is it's got a little headline on every bullet point. So you can use a color. So if I was to make my add to cart buttons blue, or my Horrified app, which we're gonna talk about here in a second, blue, a blue bar and a blue countdown timer, that would fit with this overall color scheme and the color theme. So just kind of having it like that. I would like to have some sort of intro or a hook, then a couple bullet points on the product itself. And without going too far, you know, this list isn't all that big, I would drop down a line or so and then insert the video. So you would insert the video right there. That video would be right here. From there, you could drop down. I would do a CTA, which is a call to action. Let me actually give you an example. Let's do something with, I'm just being put on the spot, put myself on the spot here. With the fidget spinner, this is where you're basically looping back and getting them to go back to the top of the page, scroll up and add it to their cart. So you could say, order today, and I do this call to action with the first letter in capitals. So order today and receive free shipping. Boom. I would go ahead and definitely put this in bold. And from there, you can go under and insert secure checkout badge. So that's kind of how you would structure, and I would not put that in bold. So let me, or obviously it's not. Anyways, it's gonna be a picture, not text. So I would go ahead and do that. That's kind of how you can structure the description. I know some people wanted kind of an example on that. So that's something I would do. It's really not all that difficult. There's a few more things I want to talk about. We're not done here, so don't click off yet. Just with conversions overall on the site, because that's the product page and there's other stuff more than just the description. So first of all, one of my favorite apps, Horrified, they actually did just have an update. I believe it's called Horrified Plus right now. There's a few cool things with that. It kind of pissed me off because I couldn't figure out how to use it. I had to watch a tutorial for a second, which, I hated it. But anyways, it's really cool because they have a few cool features and some stuff you can do. Primarily, I don't know if you guys have ever really looked around at a lot of different Shopify stores, but when you add it to the cart and you go to the checkout page, like where you're starting to enter your information, it'll say order reserved for 10 minutes. Or 5 minutes, however long you want. And it's a very simple, it doesn't stand out very much. It's like a tan background with a countdown timer. It looks so clean. It's huge. So it really, really just helps every point of the process, because in my opinion, the checkout process for the last like 6 months that I've been doing, you know, it's obviously been different the last few months, but super boring. Very, very boring. There wasn't really much on it. So you could have, you know, a ton of scarcity, action, urgency, you know, go, 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 buy this on the actual product page and in your ad, but not really on the checkout page. So you definitely lose a lot of people there, in my opinion, which, you know, it's some of the reason why a lot of you guys might be seeing a very high abandoned cart ratio. So Horrified, very good app. I would recommend making sure that the color, because you can change the color of the countdown timer and whatnot. Horrified right here, Horrified countdown timer. You can go look at the apps. I'll just show you an image of what it is. It's basically this. You can go through and kind of edit it however you want and change the color. So you could have it be blue. If your overall theme is green, go green, anything like that. So kind of make sure it fits inside of there. Horrified is a great app for like a visual aid, if you will. Now, as you guys saw when I went through and kind of made this description, I used bold. I didn't really use italic in there. I would do italic probably. I don't think there's anything in here that I would really use it on too much. But you can go through, use bold, use color. Don't overdo it. You really only want like one or two main key things in bold. Same with italic. Don't overdo it. You know, you can do one line where it's like bold and italic. You know, it's both at the same time. Whatever. Use that to make things stand out. Like for this, if I didn't have these colors in here, it's kind of a lot. It's like clumped together. It's like, it's difficult to start dissecting. People are like, oh, that's a lot to read. Fuck it, I'm not gonna read it. But if you go ahead and kind of break it down like this, where you put colors as a little headline and then it's like one sentence after that, people are like, oh, must have fit, you know, they can just kind of breeze through it. It's very easy on the eyes. So that looks extremely well. Just having a quality description is huge, because the way I've said this before, I actually haven't said it in like a month, but for those of you who know I've already said it, you better hear it again because it's important. Consumers these days are raised to be smart. We're not really gonna buy products without any information. So even though they can look at your picture and see that there's a fidget spinner there, you know, it's not quite enough. They wanna know about it. What's the material? How long is it gonna take for shipping? You can add that in, you know, down at the bottom. Some sort of information. They want to be sold. Sell them on the product. That's what you are doing here. You are marketing. Marketing involves sales. Sell them on the idea of adding this to their cart and purchasing it. Very simple. So make sure to go through and explain. I see a lot of people driving traffic. I've literally clicked on their Instagram influencer ads, gone to their site, seen that there's no description. I'm like, oh my goodness, you know, maybe it's working for them. I don't know. That's just not how I do it. I've never seen success with that. So make sure your description is huge. There's a couple of key things, you know, just stuff like that when it comes to actually making the overall store convert better. I used a heat-seeking map, kind of where you can see recordings of who was on your website. Not necessarily who, it does show you who, but like what they did, how long they looked at something, where they clicked, where they scrolled. It was really interesting to see, and I only did that, I don't use that or look at it on a regular basis. I ran a little test. I wanted to see how many people, when driven to a specific product page, actually go to the home page. Very, very few, my friends, like less than 20%. So not that many, you know, it's a decent amount, but not that many. So most people don't even leave that product page. They might go to another product page, but not really to the home page. That's why I focus so much on just having the best possible product page, because that's kind of the landing page. That's where they're going. That's where they make a decision to either leave or continue on. So one thing you can do on there, I did make sure, you know, I kind of already mentioned this, but the buttons itself, to add to cart buttons, make sure the colors pop in the description as well as with the Horrified app. And then the overall structure, you guys kind of saw that where I'm putting the video and inserting this stuff inside of the description. That's how you would structure it. So that's just a few things on the overall conversions. A lot of stuff, I know we kind of flew through that. Feel free to go back and watch it again, whatever, take notes on a few key points. But that right there, I hope that helps. Like it's really some important stuff. I don't know if I'm not like holding back or whatever. Like I know some people just kind of outline the basics. I've pretty much talked about everything with Shopify up to this point, but stuff like that, you know, there's a few things I haven't touched on. So if you guys have any other questions, things you want help with, maybe if something was a little bit confusing, drop it in the comments down below. I will do my best to give you an answer. If you did enjoy the video, I'd appreciate it if you drop a like, drop those likes. I'm very curious to see how many we can get. Actually, I should have said this. I might do this at the beginning of a video and say everybody liked the video, because if we get 5,000 views, I'm very curious if every single person out of that hears me say like the video. I want to know how many we can get. So, but anyways, that'd be an interesting experiment. So if you did enjoy the video, I'd appreciate it if you drop a like down below. And of course, help us get to 50K. We are under 3,000 subscribers away. Absolutely insane. I do appreciate the support. Hit that nice looking subscribe button down below, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow in the next video. Peace.